In the final episode of Loki, Mobius tells a disturbing story about an 8-year-old boy the TVA erased from existence. Marvel never tells us who that boy was. But what if we've actually heard the origin story of a major Marvel villain without realizing it? While Loki is struggling with an impossible decision, Mobius tells him about one of his first missions as a TVA Hunter. They traveled somewhere near the Black Sea to eliminate a dangerous variant. According to the TVA, this variant would eventually cause the deaths of around 5,000 people outside the sacred timeline. Sounds like a monster, right? Except when Mobius arrived, the variant was just an 8-year-old kid. Mobius remembers him swimming with his brother jumping off a dock. At that moment, he hadn't done anything wrong, but the TVA wasn't punishing him for what he'd done. They were erasing him for what he would eventually become. Mobius hesitated, and that hesitation allowed more variants to escape. So another hunter stepped in and pruned the boy, and that hunter was Ravana Renslayer. But here's the mystery. Marvel gives us some strangely specific information. 8 years old, near the Black Sea, a boy destined to become dangerous enough to cause thousands of deaths. And yet, they never give us his name. So who was he? One theory points toward Victor Von Doom. Dr. Doom comes from the fictional Eastern European nation of Latveria and eventually becomes one of the most dangerous people in the Marvel Universe. A brilliant scientist, a master of magic, a ruler, and someone whose actions could absolutely alter the course of history. Now, there are problems with the theory. Marvel has never confirmed that the child was Doom, and some details of Victor's traditional backstory don't perfectly match Mobius' story. But there's one detail that makes the possibility really interesting. The TVA only killed that variant, and at the end of Loki, Loki completely changes how the TVA handles the timelines. Instead of automatically destroying branching realities, Loki allows them to survive. Which means even if Ravana erased one 8-year-old version of Victor, there could now be countless other timelines where that boy survives, grows up, and becomes Dr. Doom. And imagine the implications if Marvel ever confirmed it. The TVA knew how dangerous Doom could become before we ever met him. They were so afraid of his future that they erased one version of him when he was only 8 years old. Of course, the boy could simply be an unnamed variant used to explain Mobius' past, but Marvel gave us his age, his location, his future death toll, and even what he was doing when the TVA found him. They gave us everything, except his name. So was that intentional? Did the TVA secretly kill an 8-year-old Dr. Doom?